What was I saying? Because I do want to record whatever that was.
I don't quite remember what we were talking about. I should be speaking Hindi?
Oh, yeah, that's right. We were having a conversation about the difference in different languages, where at some point I realised that the English language, the construct of the language, is very much based on separation. Whereas a lot of other languages like Hindi and things like that, they're more cohesive. But then something I'd really find interesting would be to see some like science study of measuring the actual tonal frequency range between a completely English speaking person speaking English and knowing like the actual bandwidth of different frequency tones
Sure.
compared to other languages like Hindi, and there would be a direct correlation between the physiology experience as well. So like if you got that English speaking person only to listen to the frequency noises outside, so like, whatever that is, whether that's, it actually would not surprise me if things like bhajans and stuff like that are typically like the actual tonal range. I wouldn't be surprised if the tonal range within things like mantras and bhajans and that are in that like different range. So like where, because there'd be an overlap. So like your English frequencies would be like that, and then Hindi would be kind of like that. And then if it was like just that much in the bhajans and mantras and stuff, I feel like that would be, because I mean they're aware of the tonal frequencies, like number wise, like like 963 frequency and things like that. They're aware of tonal frequencies, and I'm sure that they've mapped the vocal as well.
I'm not aware
I
that's
just have no
possible.
idea where to find that information, which is partly why I wanted to hit record, to see if other people know what I'm talking about and actually have that kind of
But you could
information.
search for it online. I'm sure
Oh,
that
but
people have done that,
I'm
mapped the
sure,
tonal
yeah.
frequencies and stuff. But I find that with Hindi, I feel that I'm more expressive.
Very much so. Yeah, English you're more suppressed, and Hindi you're more
But English
expressive.
also, like it really depends. Like if you have a sense of humor, or if you know these things and you're witty or things like that, like sarcasm and stuff, and it works in Hindi also. Like, but I feel like in English, if there are 4 ways to say it, in Hindi there are like 400 ways to say it.
Yeah, there's so much more depth and context.
Way more nuance, I feel, in
Yeah.
Hindi. I mean, I grew up speaking English and Hindi,
Mm.
so it's not like I don't know how to express myself in English. But yeah, I'm not sure. And I've always, even in English, I've always used like simple words, not like a narrative, like how you would speak to a friend. So you're not using
It's
big
more shorthand language for you then.
English.
Yeah. Whereas if you wanted to describe nuanced details and the other person could understand Hindi, you would use Hindi.
Yeah.
Because that was something I really noticed the other day when you were on the phone to your sister. I didn't understand the translation to what you were saying, but I knew what you were talking about, and I knew the details that you were sharing with her, because it's like I could see the details that you were sharing, and it was like, man, if you had that conversation in English, it would have been a tenth of the time, because there was so many subtle nuances that there are no words in English for that you were
Oh, there are
describing.
plenty of words like that. Yeah.
Like, I was just like,
I
how do you have the language? Like, I was so fascinated that you had the language to articulate stuff that I know, and I know that I don't even know the translation to those words that you were using as well. So it's like I'm aware of something that's out there that I'm yet to, I guess, like really experience the experience of that internally, because it's like hearing those things is different than speaking them. Like, those are the words. Like, if I was able to learn how to create those tonal sounds of those words, like those words that I can't yet pronounce, that vibrational experience would be Like it changes your state of consciousness, which changes your state of being, which changes the physical body as well. Like the physical changes I've experienced with my body now, being exposed to other languages all the time intentionally, has such a different impact on my body.
I mean, I do sometimes wish you spoke Hindi because it would be nice.
Yeah, because some conversations would be so much like where there was a larger gap of comprehension between whatever the thing is. Like if it was something that I knew nothing about and knew extensive details, that transfer of information would be so much smoother in Hindi.
I also feel like in Hindi, my facial expressions are much more detailed and
Not
nuanced
just
as well.
not just facial, like your whole body. Like when you're on the phone speaking Hindi long enough, you're normally not sitting down anymore. Whereas you can have a conversation sitting down in English. Because English is such a like more based on like the physical. Because
I mean,
it's typically all
English-
descriptive words for physical stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
Whereas
we
there's-
do use other words in English also. Like there are a bunch of German words that don't have any literal translations to English, so we just use the German word.
Be interesting to see the timeline of back when things like that got integrated into the English language, then the aspects of things from that other culture then bled through into society. There'd be an overlap with that as well.
I'm sure.
Fascinating stuff.